Alrighty, guys. So it's been a couple of days since our last Opendoor stock update. So I figured, hey, let's break it down as well. The entire market is selling off, and Opendoor is down about 7%. So we might as well cover the charts, what's going on, and we'll break down the indices, other stocks I'm looking at later in the video. So hit the like button, guys. Make sure to subscribe. Check out the Patreon for my weekly portfolio updates for those that are interested in how I run an actual real money portfolio. That's on Patreon. Link down below, pinned in the comments, or simply go to stasurfs.com/Patreon. And with that being said, take a sip of your coffee. Cheers. Let's dive into it. So Opendoor, as of right now, after yesterday's very good day, it's down. It's pretty much given back all the gains from yesterday. We're down 7%, and we're trading at $8.65. And guys, look, yesterday we hit almost $10. We hit $9.70 after we got a pretty big pop in the towards the end of the day. Actually, it was more towards power hour. We got a big move. The stock went from 850 all the way to 970. Then it cooled off a bit, closed at about 930. And again, now we're trickling down 60 cents on the day, about 7%. And let me see, do we get any catalysts on this today? I don't really see much of any catalysts here today, but looks like here yesterday, blah blah blah, not much. But yeah, you guys know Eric Jackson. I'm pretty sure he bought more. I saw on Twitter today. Make sure to go follow me on Twitter, by the way, guys. Stas Talks Stocks on there, or X, whatever. Stas Surface. Make sure you guys go follow me. It's linked down below. But I saw he bought more at. Actually, I don't know the price, but he bought more. That's the point, right? He bought more Opendoor on the dip, and I'm assuming a lot of those big guys on X are buying this dip, right? Because yesterday we had a big move, a momentum move, right? This was a big direction type move after being flat. The stock was flat for a couple of days. And yesterday we got that huge, green candle on a Monday. That's super bullish. So I'm feeling like now that we're getting a dip here, giving back a good amount of the gains from yesterday, all while maintaining the uptrend. The chart looks good on the 5-day, the 30-minute chart. I think people are buying this dip. I think people are going to buy this dip considering, again, the breakout yesterday. We took out the highs from the last week, the week before that even, it looks like. So we got that big momentum push. Now we're seeing the pullback again, all while maintaining trend. The chart looks good. I think this dip, people are going to come in. I think they're going to buy it up. Maybe if the market bleeds even more, in general, sure, Opendoor could fall more, of course. But listen, man, if this is just a little blip sell-off in the stock market, Opendoor starts recovering over 9. I think this is going to start ripping again. Mid-high 9s, $10 plus, but we just got to wait for it, right? And the reality is, guys, on the 1-hour chart, we tried breaking out a little bit this morning, yesterday, but we're still technically trading kind of sideways here, right? Between $8 roughly as support with resistance at about 9.25-ish. So we're trading a little sideways. And the reality is, man, I think we're going to break out. It's only a matter of time. I've said this before. The narrative isn't over. It just needed a little bit to cool off. The stock doubled in a day or two last month. That was it's crazy because I feel like I've been talking about Opendoor now for a little bit, but that was literally just 3 weeks ago where it doubled up in a day after that CEO change. So you guys have to realize, man, it's simply just building a new base. I feel like here in the 7, 8, 9 level, building a new base. It's been 3 weeks since that double up, right? And I feel like now we're just kind of waiting for that next catalyst. And honestly, I feel like it could break out again without a catalyst, a specific catalyst, but that would be the real fuel to the, to the fire in a good way. If we got a crazy good catalyst here, maybe a good corporate update, some strong numbers or something, fundamental, right? If we got a great fundamental catalyst here, coupled with an already good chart that is showing momentum, it's about to break out, man, this thing could spring to like 12 to 15 bucks for all we know, right? Not saying for sure that's going to happen, but that's the kind of stock we're dealing with here. It has that retail hype. It has that fundamental shift with the new CEO. Things are changing. The tides are turning, if you will. It's got that almost that it factor, right? Now all it needs to kind of complete the recipe, if you will, for this break, the real breakout, is for us to get a good fundamental update, a good corporate update, strong numbers, financials, something tangible, right? And that's what I'm personally waiting for, looking for, and I think that is what's really going to rip this thing, $10, $11 plus. And who knows if it'll go back to the single digits from there. You know what I mean? So that's kind of what's going on through my head. And I don't own the stock yet, guys. I'm kind of waiting. I've been waiting for 10 freaking days now for this to break out of the channel. Like I said, we're trading sideways here. So I'm not in it yet. I almost bought yesterday on that break. Thank God I didn't, but I'm waiting for that clean break. That clean break above 9,950, which we just keep getting fake outs, man. So that's what I'm going to wait for. But again, keep your eyes on that formula. We got the hype around retail. We have the charts looking pretty good. You know what I mean? The story's getting better. Fundamentals are getting better. The narrative's shaping up. But we just need some tangible, some good fundamental news now to really set this thing off, to really push it higher. That's my take. I don't know. What do you guys think? You know what I mean? That's what I think. So let me know your thoughts in the comments, guys. And by the way, make sure to subscribe. I don't know why, but I think a good amount of you guys aren't subscribing, you're not hitting that follow button. Make sure you do that. I appreciate you all for tuning in as always. Cheers, by the way. All you guys are awesome. Without you, this wouldn't be possible, right? So let's go over now some other stocks quickly that I'm looking at. So Amazon, I actually bought more Amazon this morning. It's creeping down about 0.1%. So it's roughly about at what, 220 now, which it's been at 220 for the last about 2 months now. Yeah, it's good. It's been a good 2 months. 215, 220 is where we've been at. I mean, yeah, we did pop to the 230s for a little bit, but really 220 is where we've been at. So I'm buying this dip on Amazon, guys. We went from 240 to 220. I'm nibbling a little more Amazon here, and I'm fully aware this chart looks like crap. I mean, let's keep it real. On the 4-hour chart, it doesn't look good. It looks bad, so I'm fully aware that this could go lower, which I'm cool with. I want to buy more Amazon, because I think longer term, and I mean like the next year or two, not even that long term, but I think we're going to 250, 275, $300 a share. I think that's where the stock is headed. So for me, looking at this, I'm like anything between 2 to 220 is a buy. Anything under 200 is a screaming buy for me. So I'm adding Amazon, and out of big tech, this is really the only one that I'm buying right now. I bought a bunch of Nvidia. You guys know that, in the $80 range, $90 range. Bought a bunch. So now that's been built out, that position. I'm up a lot on that. So I'm not adding Nvidia. Google's one that I was buying a ton of in this window right here. Then we got the Chrome news. That took it to the moon, literally. So I'm holding on there. I'm not buying more Google. And Amazon's really the only one that I own, the other one that I own out of big tech. And that's the one that I'm focusing on now, other than, the other stocks I've been buying, like Novo Nordisk, which I haven't really bought that one really either over the last month. That one's run up a good chunk. What else have I been buying? DeFi Technologies, DEFT is one that I've been focusing on, smaller company. But yeah, man, not much going on in terms of new stocks for me. Well, I guess Novo and DEFT are newer companies that I've been buying. But in terms of big tech, yeah, same old, man, same old. Amazon, Google, Nvidia. And now I'm just adding a little Amazon, and I'm looking to buy more if it comes lower. But pretty much, yeah, guys, that is it. I don't want to drag this on too much. Opendoor is down, but I don't think it's down for long. What do you guys think? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Again, hit that like button and feel free to join the Patreon. If you want to keep up with what I'm doing weekly in my portfolio, where I'm depositing $500 a week and we're putting in more money at the end of the month, earlier in the month, we're doing bonus deposits, guys. So we're literally blowing this portfolio up in a good way. We're up 70% over the last year. And if you want to see how I run a portfolio, essentially, with trades in it, investments, options, a lot of stuff's going on in there, it's on Patreon. Or go to stockssurfest.com/Patreon, and it's also pinned in the comments. And with that being said, I'll see you in there. And, well, if you don't join, it's all good. I'll see you in the next video. Peace out.